What is up, guys? It's your boy No Shoes coming at you live here as we prepare for a new adventure, Draft League adventure on our channel as we are going into the PCL Island Tour. PCL likes to do a whole lot of off-season stuff. Normally, I'm not involved in it, but this season I got involved in it because it sounds super cool. Basically, what it is, and there is a document that helps describe this whole thing, and you'll pretty much catch on as it goes on. But the document I couldn't fit into the screen here. So what happens is everybody drafts 3 Pokemon. They have 40 points to draft 3 Pokemon, and that's going to be their islands, their travel team. And so what'll happen is I drafted 3 Pokemon. You'll get to see who they are here in a minute. But as I go traveling this region, I keep these 3 Pokemon with me. Now, on every coach also drafted 8 Pokemon to an island. Each island's given a name and a different little habitat there. And these 8 Pokemon on your island stay on your island. And as coaches visit them, they're wild Pokemon that coaches can catch and use as to help fill out their team of 6. They don't always have to use the 3 Pokemon on their travel team. They could use all 3 of them, 3 wild Pokemon, three travel team. They could use no travel team and 6 wild Pokemon for it doesn't matter. But as the coaches go around, you get 3 points for winning your match. And then your island gets a point if the coach that's on that island wins a match. And you'll kind of see where I went with this. I was very, very, very thoughtful in this draft process. It consumed a lot of my time, which is why a lot of videos actually got pushed back. But I was very, very particular with what I drafted. I wanted my travel team to fit everywhere and be like its own little core group of mons that I could just plug into any situation. But I went a very specific route with my island, and you'll see that as we go through here. But I'm starting off by bringing you the Kentucky Pyroars. We're bringing back our JLPC VGC logo, our MSDL logo that I used for 2 weeks over there to help sub in for my buddy Decker. So I'm bringing back this logo. This is my own handcrafted logo. Don't judge it too hard. You can judge it as hard as you want. It won't bother me. I know I'm not good with this kind of stuff, but so we're bringing back the Pyroars, and the first 3 picks you had to draft your travel team. So the first 3 picks, I automatically got my travel team. 12 coaches. You saw. We go back here. You see that there's an East Division and a West Division. I'm actually in the East Division. And there's 12 coaches per division. We ended up with the 11th pick. And I'm like, I'm not going to see anything good. I'm going to try to wait it out. I'm going to figure out what's left. But all these coaches are going to be drafting all these weird things and everything. I told myself, if I see one of 2 Pokemon still on the board, regardless of what's going on, I'm drafting them. And that's Megalop and Tapu Koko. I said these 2 mons because I've always wanted to use them. And I got a little taste of Megalop, and it's really good when I did those 2 weeks of MSDL, but I've never built a team around Megalop. And I thought that would be really, really cool. And I've never got to build a team around Koko, but I figure my luck of the draw is not very good, so I'm not moving up in drafts a lot to where those Pokemon are there. So being up there and being somebody with bad luck, I figured probably not going to get to me. And then they both got to me. A bunch of other mons went earlier than I expected, and I was like, wow, both the mons that I wanted at this pick are there. And there's no way that they should have never been there. Matter of fact, I don't think Megalop ever went. But I went with Tapu Koko as my computer freezes up. Tapu Koko was a big part of my draft plan. That was real. I really liked what it was going to do for me, and it went really well with my island. And as you can see, my next pick was Corviknight. These two pair really well. Tapu Koko does not like poison type attacks, does not like ground type attacks, does not like steel type attacks. Corviknight is immune to ground, immune to poison, resistant to steel. Corviknight doesn't like fire type attacks, electric type attacks, and there's one other typing, but I'm not for sure off the top of my head about. But Koko absorbs electric type attacks. So basically, the only type that I need that's left is I need something to cover fire types, which I wrapped up in the form of Claydol. Like I said, I only had 40 points. Tapu Koko 18 points. Corviknight was like 15 or something, so I didn't really have much points. So I spent it well on Claydol. Gives me another ground type immunity for Tapu Koko. Doesn't repeat any weaknesses either. So I'm really happy with the way my travel team looks. But that's not what made me the most excited about this draft. With the 11th pick, I got to come back and be the second pick in this for my island. And I wanted Scizor so bad. Our island's name is Tarako. But I wanted Scizor so bad because it fits so well with the rest of my draft plan. The only problem is I had to be very cautious and careful about where I went with each pick, because there's some picks that I knew I could wait on, whereas others I knew I had to grab earlier, because I was like, there's a lot of transitioning between my picks. But I went with Scizor. Really like Scizor. And even if my original draft plan falls through, I can still come back, and Scizor is still a strong piece for a strong start. The next piece of the pie that I really wanted was a good dragon type. And I went out and I got Goodra. That's where Goodra is located on our island, by the way, as you see our islands forming there. I really wanted Goodra. Again, another Mon that fits really well with what I'm planning for the island, and it complements Scizor very, very well, but not nearly as well as Pelipper. And I went full rain team. Scizor does not like fire type attacks. Weakened by rain. Goodra has hydration. Helps in rain. Both those mons can function very, very well outside of rain. And so now I've got to start looking at mons that can function well in rain. Because I have alerted the entire draft I am going after rain for my island. It surprised me a lot that not a lot of other teams didn't go for some form of weather. Mostly because, like, it just 8 mons. You could build a whole rain team out of these 8 mons. Like, there's all kinds of reasons to use weather for your island. By the way, before I go any farther, there is no megas on your island. If you don't, you have to you either have a mega in your travel team or not at all. So my draft didn't include a mega, which is very unusual for me. I really like the mega format, but so I got Pelipper on the way back out for my long draft period. I wanted to make sure I had that, and when it came back to me, I was really impressed to see that I had Heliolisk still sitting there. The ultimate Weathermon, dry skin ability there, good electric normal type, pairs well in weather, any weather really, and I comboed it. So like the next pick was the wheel pick, and I comboed Heliolisk with Toxicroak. 2 more Mons that function well out of rain. I have no Swift Swimmer yet. I have nothing that has to be under rain to succeed. Toxicroak gets Dry Skin as well. So that's 2 Dry Skin Mons on the team at once. But, I mean, Toxicroak, Poison Fighting, really helps balance out that team, especially the Poison type. As you'll see, as I start to get into my Swift Swimmers being Ludicolo and Kabutops. Ludicolo is not very weak to grass, but Kabutops does not like grass types. So when we come into, which I have like Scizor and Pelipper also for grass types, but and then Goodra has Sap Sipper. But like you're running a rain team, you're going to see some grass types because they're going to try to hard counter those water types, especially the ones like Kabutops that are out there. So that's why I thought Toxicroak would be a good pickup. Obviously, I had to get I got 2 Swift Swimmers. I got 2 cheap Swift Swimmers. Didn't go with Kingdra, and I didn't go with. There's another one that my mind is escaping that's kind of expensive, and I didn't go with it either. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. And then it came down to my last pick. Last pick was really hard. I had a good buildup of points there. I thought really hard about this, but I saved myself a whole point and went with Gastrodon there, the mascot of this island tour. I went with it. East is Beast though, but yeah, I went with Gastrodon. Ground type helps with those electric types that I don't really have anything for other than like Heliolisk. So yeah, that's the island team. We're hoping for a lot of wins from the island. We're hoping for a lot of wins from me. We'll kind of see how this goes. How I'm going to do these, I'm not going to pre-prep. I'm going to prep before I start the match. So you'll see I'll record all of my team builder prep, and you'll see everything that goes into it, and we'll go from there. So little off-season fun, not real stressful, not really worried about it. JLPC will be wrapping up soon. I just played week 10. It's been a stressful time scheduling these last few weeks. But hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord down below. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.